We're back here with another episode on Don Testa Pod. It's me, Emmanuel, with Getz again.
What's up?
And we don't have Will again, but we're going to keep on going like duo styles.
He works 24/7.
So, first thing, Lamar said that defenses knows our play. He said that opposing defense are calling Ravens offensive plays at the line of scrimmage. You think that's a problem for them, or you think they need to change something up?
Maybe they're just a little too predictable, or their playbook is just a little too small. I mean, they also know that Lamar Jackson's not going to throw too many times on them, so just limits the amount of things that they can do. So I really think Lamar Jackson is incredibly overrated. I don't think you're ever going to win a Super Bowl with him because he can't even throw a spiral. So
yeah, I think Lamar Jackson's need to improve on his throwing, because if you don't improve on his throwing, he's not going to win Super Bowl there. So, and they're really predictable. Like, where do you think Lamar Jackson's going to throw 20 yards to Marquise Brown? No, he's going to run the ball. Whenever he's going to have everybody run out and then runs the ball up the middle for 10 yards and slide. So,
yeah, a bunch of option plays and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but next, the Steelers are still undefeated. Do you think they will still remain undefeated?
Playing this upcoming week, they are playing somebody they're supposed to beat. I remember the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they should stay undefeated this week. The thing about the Steelers, which you saw last week, is they always play down to their competition. They can play up to good competition. They can play down to really, really bad competition. I do think they're the best team in that division, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely the best team in that division, even though that division is really good with...
Oh, yeah, it's going to have 3 playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
But their defense is so legit.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have a quarterback who can throw.
Yeah. Now, and he did have people thought he was going to be injured for this game, or he had COVID, but it turns out he didn't. But turns out he didn't. But
yeah.
If he was injured, you can see my boy Mason Rudolph out there. But Seahawks defense is struggling. Let me pull up the stat. So Seahawks, okay, crazy stat. Okay, it took Peyton Manning historic 2013 season where he passed 342 yards per game, which is all-time single season record that would still be way behind the pace of average quarterback facing the 2020 Seahawks.
Their defense is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Their secondary is awful. And, I mean, their corners are nobodies. It's just it's such a different Seahawks team than the Legion of Boom back in the day. Their game plans basically outscore the other team,
mm-hmm.
which they couldn't do against the Bills this week, which was like the game had like 70 points in it. It was like 44-33.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Like, then people thought, oh man,
that's why I don't think they're serious Super Bowl contenders.
Mm-hmm. Like, at the beginning, I thought they were, and then you're realizing you're seeing teams like the Cowboys having close games, teams like the Patriots having close games with them, and see how they lost to the Cardinals. I feel like the Cardinals are better Super Bowl contenders than the Seahawks.
Possibly.
Yeah, but Seahawks are not really contenders unless they improve on their defense, especially against pass coverage too. But the Lions head coach, Matt Patricia, he's been the coach for 2 seasons and haven't been looking good. You think they will fire Matt Patricia after this season?
I don't think they should. I think he's been handed kind of like a bad hand. His first season with the Lions, they got off to that 2-0-1 start where they came here and beat the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt Stafford got hurt, and then the rest of their season was gone. And then this season they're a decent football team,
mm-hmm.
but it's still in a rebuilding process. I think he deserves another season at least.
Yeah, I also agree too, because the last year they had a good start. Matt Stafford got injured, and then they lost some players this year. lost some players that they didn't have that they had last year. Darius Slay. Did they also have Golden Tate last year too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they lost those players from trades and free agency. So yeah, I feel like give them like one more season because they're still in the rebuilding
Yeah.
process. But Jeff Okuda, he's been struggling.
I haven't really heard anything about that.
Yeah, but
But
I've heard a lot of people saying that he's been struggling for the Lions. Nah, and it's not looking good for him. But hopefully he can make a comeback.
yeah, get back on track, I think.
Yeah, because he was a third pick overall, right?
Yeah, and you could just see at college like the amount of talent that he had.
Mm-hmm. So NBA season starts December 22nd. Your thoughts about that?
This is like the shortest off season ever?
Mm-hmm. 72 games.
I think LeBron and players like that were really mad about this. I wonder if they're gonna load manage,
Yeah.
whatever, or what.
Especially teams who's just in the playoffs, like
right.
Heat and Lakers.
If you weren't in the bubble at all, you actually had your longest off season ever.
Mm-hmm.
If you were one of the teams that made it deep in the bubble, you have the shortest off season of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like when we get our Christmas games going on, teams like hopefully LeBron will actually make an appearance for those games, so we can see like Lakers versus Heat Christmas game, how they always do the NBA Finals matchup.
Well, there's nothing like Christmas NBA. Christmas NBA is great.
Yeah, it's like I feel like Christmas NBA is better than football Thanksgiving. Not gonna lie.
They're both great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with the NBA starting on December 22nd, we have free agency starting November 20th, and then signing will happen November 22nd. So you think anything crazy is going to happen during free agency? Some trades, some signing?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of moves to be made. If you're looking at the Sixers specifically locally here, we're in for James Harden potentially, or Russell Westbrook is trying to get out of the Rockets too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not looking so good. And they just got their new head coach. Who did they hire?
Shoot, the guy's name.
Yeah, was it the? No, whatever.
It was like the Mavericks assistant coach.
Oh yeah, okay.
Steven Silas.
Yeah, not off to a rough start for him. If all his players want to leave, like they're not convinced that that's a championship team anymore.
James Harden is not convinced.
Yeah.
So
I see one of those two guys moving. At least one of those two guys moving.
Who do you think is the top free agent in this free agency class right now?
I actually don't really know who's in free agency.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too.
I'll look it up real quick.
Everybody's most focused to next year free agency than this year because next year has Giannis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, I'm looking at it real quick. I'll tell you some of the names.
I'll be right back.
So there's some players that have player options like Anthony Davis, Gordon Hayward. They don't look like they're going anywhere. Brandon Ingram is a restricted free agent. He's probably not going anywhere. Fred VanVleet looks to be the number one true free agent. DeMar DeRozan has a player option. He'll probably opt out, honestly. Montrezl Harrell is a free agent. Andre Drummond will probably opt out. Yeah, so there's some names in here.
Okay.
If you missed that, here's some of the top free agents that I'll say.
I heard.
Okay. VanVleet, DeMar will probably opt out. Gallinari.
DeMar? Yo, might go to the Raptors again?
Andre Drummond. Yeah, that would be nice. Serge Ibaka, free agent. Goran Dragic. Jay Crowder. Yeah, that's about it.
So, okay. Speaking of Andre Drummond, he's willing to opt out his big contract, knowing that he's not going to get the same amount of money just because the Cavs are that bad. Does that show how dysfunctional the Cavs franchise is, or?
Yeah, that's exactly what it shows. They like the fact that he'll turn down 28.7 mil. I think he'll make next year just so that he could play with another team is crazy because he won't get anywhere close to that.
Yeah. And the way that the Pistons traded him away was just weird, because out of nowhere, because no one thought Andre Drummond was going to get traded to the Cavs out of all team, even though they were.
It's like a trade between the Pistons and Cavs, like does nothing for nobody.
Mm-hmm. Like no one improved and no one got bad. They just stayed the same.
Right.
It's made the Cavs team more confusing because they have Andre Drummond and Tristan Thompson. And Tristan Thompson was actually doing good last year. So
I don't even know what they're like. They don't have an idea of what they want to make their team.
Like only bright spot they have on the Cavs is Colin Sexton. Darius Garland looks like a bust because they're trying. And I remember they saying, "Oh, we're going to try to make a Portland Trailblazers team with 2 6'1" point guards."
They got the small forward too. What's his name?
Oh yeah, like Kevin Porter Jr. Now he's nice. He's nice.
He's good.
And then Pistons, I don't know their team looks like. They have 2 players who would be good 10 years ago, but they're both old and injury prone. And they have Luke Kennard, who's solid, and then we got Christian Wood.
Yeah.
But he's going to free agency, so.
Oh wow! I thought he was a rookie.
No, he's only been in the league for a while.
No. He had a most improved player vote. Okay, he had a few most improved players votes.
Yeah, from people from Detroit.
Yeah, we saw how that works.
Yeah, but like you were talking earlier, Russell Westbrook wants out of the Rockets. Turns out he's not sure about how the Rockets organization is going to go. He feel uncertain, uneasy about it, and he just with this new signing of head coach and GMs, doesn't look like they're going to be contending. So he wants a ring, so he wants out.
He never really fit with them, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He's
a shooter like that, and he needs the ball in his hand.
Yeah. The only reason why he wanted to go to Houston because his best friend, James Harden, was there.
Childhood. If I was the GM, I would have given it a chance too because, you got to – when you have that championship level team, you got to make the all-in push. But it didn't work out, to say the least.
Yeah. But I think they're going to – so I think only 2 things are going to happen. They're either going to trade him to the Hornets or end up not trading him at all.
To the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Russ has some sort of say in that because I would not want to go to the Hornets. If your reason for leaving the Rockets is that it's not a championship team, you feel uneasy about the direction.
Well, if you think about it, no team actually really wants Russell Westbrook with his contract, his age, and his performance in the bubble.
It's true.
Like, even though he had a good regular season last year, like one of his better regular seasons, it didn't work out in the bubble. We all saw what happened in the bubble, so. And people can come out with excuses to say, oh, man, he just came off of COVID or he just came off of an injury. But still, had that long break, should be really rested up, but didn't pull out in the bubble. And I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, so.
Yeah. League's kind of moved past him.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's different. NBA is different from 10 years ago. You don't really need a player like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, you need someone that can shoot better than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. That's why John Morant's next Russell Westbrook was shooting. But speaking of the Russell Westbrook's former team, the Thunder, got a new head coach that I don't know who he is. He used to be assistant coach. His name's Mark. Can't pronounce that last name, but his name's Mark. Used to be the assistant coach. I'm pretty sure he used to be the head coach for the G League team. So I don't even know who this guy is.
He's probably just gonna lead you through the rebuild.
I don't know. Might be the new Nick Nurse. Might be the new Nick Nurse.
Right.
Or it might be just someone like Brett Brown.
But I think it's just they had a search. They found nobody, so they went internal.
Mm-hmm. I really wanted Kenny Atkins. Not gonna lie, I like what he did with the Brooklyn Nets, because he got really nobodies and made that to a playoff team.
turned around D'Angelo Russell's career and
Made Spencer Dinwiddie
hmm
like a household name. Same name with Cavis LeVert and Jared Allen. But
Yep.
yeah, that's the guy I wanted. But we got this guy named Mark, and hopefully he'll be better than Billy Donovan. I didn't really like Billy Donovan at all. I remember going on TV about like how Billy Donovan handled Russell Westbrook and Paul George and Carmelo together wasn't really the best. But he got pushed around by Carmelo Anthony saying that he didn't want to be on the bench, even though he deserved to be on the bench.
Right. The thing is, your team is not supposed to be good next year, so you should lower expectations, especially for the new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't just fire him.
Go on full on rebuild
mode. He has a 30-win season or
yeah. But we have to go on full on rebuild mode. We're ready to tank.
You have so many picks.
Mm-hmm.
The future is bright. Like, you guys have to rebuild correctly. That's how I would do it.
Mm-hmm. And then we're about to trade CP3. Speaking of CP3, where I think it's going to get traded, he's going to get traded to the Suns. We're going to get Kelly Oubre Jr. from them since we need a small forward.
I heard that too.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, they don't want to add Ricky Rubio because he's on a 2-year contract, while Kelly Oubre Jr. is on a 1-year contract. So, like, I'm not sure, but
Kelly Oubre Jr. is just better for the future. Ricky Rubio is like 30-something.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the Suns are gonna do, but I think if the Suns give Devin Book, CP3, it will help the Suns out a lot.
Oh, yeah, we saw at the end of last year. Like,
if they draft a point guard in this upcoming draft, they can also have someone develop. CP3 can also develop the point guard with like a mentor and stuff, like he did with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, I have them picking a point guard.
Yeah, but speaking about drafting, the Magic are willing to trade Aaron Gordon and the 15th pick overall to trade up. You think that's going to happen or no?
Trade all the way up? Like
trade up to the lottery.
I mean, it depends what pick, but like I'm not too big on Aaron Gordon. I mean, he's an athletic freak show, but he's not a franchise player or anything.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's there to sell tickets for his dunks and but he got robbed. It wasn't a 9. But that's pretty much it. Like probably a team that probably would trade for Aaron Gordon because they're crazy in love with power forwards, the New York Knicks. Like I really watched 3 reports straight talking about the Knicks want Christian Wood, the Knicks want to draft Obi Toppins, and the Knicks want to draft Isaiah Stewart. Those are 3 power forwards, and they already have like 3 power forwards on their team.
And they need a point guard. I can see the Knicks trading down though because I think the guy that they really want is Cole Anthony.
Yeah.
But if you pick Cole Anthony at number 8, it's a reach. But if you pick him at 15, that's good.
That's because in my old mock draft, I had Cole Anthony getting taken with the 8th pick. But since
I think I actually have because at that time it looked a lot more like that. But
yeah, but now I have them taking Killian Hayes from France. I don't trust players from France.
For every Luka Doncic that you get, there's 10 Darko Milicic's and just
Andre Bernardi.
Yeah, stuff like this. So.
Yeah, I don't like. They already drafted a player from France once and didn't really work out. Frank Ntilikina.
Right.
But yeah, so the Mavs want a 3rd star. They need a player. They want to play like Spencer Dinwiddie, Cavis LeVert. Who else? Who else did this report said? Yeah, players like those players. You think they're gonna get the 3rd star? Players like Zach LaVine, Victor Oladipo, and Spencer Dinwiddie. You think they're gonna get their 3rd star?
Very possible, but I don't even know if they need it because without Luka being hurt last year, and I think Porzingis was gone for part of the year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had both one of their stars injured at different times, so they're actually way better than a 7th seed. Give them a full season together, they'll be top 4. They'll be a top 4 team.
Okay, we was talking about the Rockets earlier. You know, how if I know no way they're gonna keep Russell Westbrook if they bring in a good old friend that who used to play with James Harden, Russell Westbrook, who's currently in free agency right now.
Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka going to the Rockets. Do you see that happening?
I think it could happen. If they're gonna move away from small ball, I think it's actually good. Serge Ibaka can still shoot anyway, and he's big, so I think that's actually quite a good fit.
Yeah, he's surprisingly big because all my life I thought he was 6'10". He's actually 7 feet.
Yeah, so I think that actually be a really good fit.
Yeah, I think that would be also a great fit to get Serge Ibaka up in there, and then maybe have that team chemistry up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard a recent report that the Rockets are interested in a big man, and
Serge Ibaka is just a good teammate too. Like all his teammates like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious too.
Yeah.
So let me pull this up. So the NBA been coming out with every single season just some new city jerseys. I just want to show you guys the new city jerseys and show how honestly this year probably might be the best city jersey. First off, we got the Atlanta Hawks. Can you see this?
Are all of these considered city jerseys, or is the one in the middle?
This is a city jersey.
Oh, okay. Those Atlanta Hawks jerseys, those regular ones just look fire already.
Yeah. And then you got the MOK city jersey.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. And we got the Nets. I'm pretty sure this is their classic jerseys.
Yep.
And then we got their I don't know where is. I know they have another jersey, but it got leaked, but it's not official yet. But here's the Hornets regular jerseys. And then I like these jerseys. I don't know why all Charlotte teams have like nice jerseys and jersey colors.
Yeah, they have a good color scheme to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that court is fire.
Yeah. And then we got Chicago with this jersey. This is their city jersey.
That's not that nice. I don't like that one that much.
Oh, I like this Warriors New Jersey. They bring back We Believe War.
Even they moved away from Oakland, but you can still respect the history.
Yeah.
Oakland is and will always be part of our team.
Mm-hmm. And they're bringing back the We Believe Warrior style.
Yeah.
So then we got Memphis jerseys. This is
Memphis is.
It's decent. It's decent. I don't like the New Orleans jerseys. Don't like them.
What is that?
Yeah. Looks like
an all-star game jersey.
Looks like something I'm making my league in an NBA and call it a jersey.
Right. Looks like our Pro-Am jersey or something.
Yeah. And then this is the Magic jersey.
Oh my gosh. I don't know that one. I don't know about that one.
I like it. I like it. Like the orange. I don't know why it has to be orange.
Yeah, pinstripe, I guess is cool or whatever. But
yeah. And then the Suns. These are probably like one of my favorite jerseys. We got the valley across and like the nice color schemes too.
I don't really like it at all.
You don't like it?
No.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got the Sixers New Jersey. Not video.
Like icon.
Okay, and we got see the jersey.
Yeah, I like those. I saw those.
Mm-hmm. They finally came out with black jerseys too. Like.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little details in it too. So.
And then they have those I saw those houses at Philadelphia, the light up houses too, like the Christmas light houses that always going by Philadelphia. I kind of like how they add those stuff, bring something within the city they have. And then we got the Portland jersey. Looks nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then we got Sacramento's New Jersey. I like them. They bringing back the black jerseys too.
Sacktown.
And then we got San Antonio.
Those are fire.
Yeah. And then we got Toronto's jersey. These are their regular jersey, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they don't have a New Jersey yet. So which jersey was your favorite out of all of those?
I I like the Hornets one. No, not the. Yes, the Hornets as well. The Hawks and the San Antonio Spurs. But let me just pick one. And I think, the point of the city jersey is kind of to be with the city. So I think actually the Hawks one is the coolest.
Mm-hmm. My favorite one is the Suns with the Valley, and if not that, the Warriors one with the We Believe Warriors. Those are my favorite. But thing I've been waiting for all week long, the mock drafts. You pull it up real quick. And is this the wrong? Okay. You see this?
Yep, that's my draft, right?
Yep. Okay. First thing. Okay, you can explain this yourself.
I don't think the Timberwolves need a point guard. I think D'Angelo Russell is the kind of guy that has to have the ball in his hands. Anyway, I think Anthony Edwards is the best player in the draft. Because he played in college, so you know the level that he played at. I think he's the best and a pretty safe pick. Then number 2, we got the Warriors select James Wiseman. This is the only move that makes sense. This has to happen. They will be unstoppable if they get James Wiseman. They've been needing a big man for a little bit now. 3, the Hornets. They also want a big man, and I heard that they were going to try to trade to get Wiseman, but they're not going to get Wiseman. So then I have them taking Onyeka Okongwu out of USC. He's, that's probably a little bit of a reach, but to get the position that they need. Then LaMelo Ball falls nicely to the Bulls. That's nice. Then we were talking about Cleveland Cavaliers being completely just a terribly run organization, and they're going to show it with this pick. They're going to pick the bust of the draft, Denny Avdija out of Israel. I don't see this guy being good at all. I don't know what the level of basketball is like in Israel, and he's no Luka Doncic. Then Obi Toppin falls nicely to the Hawks, 4-year college player, right? So you don't see that often. So he should be a little experienced. Pistons select Patrick Williams. The Pistons really need everything, but I didn't see them taking a guard because they do have Derrick Rose technically. He's not that good, but they do have him. And then both the top center. I wrote Onyeka Okongwu twice. I just realized. But both the top centers are already taken at this point, so I have the Pistons taking Patrick Williams. Then I have the Knicks selecting Tyrese Halliburton. Good shooter, good facilitator, and they need a guard badly. So now what? I have... You know what? I can fix this. I'll just have the Wizards taking the kid out of Villanova. What's his name? Sadiq Bey. Because I don't think I have Sadiq Bey anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay, so Wizards select Sadiq Bey. I've actually seen that around. So the Suns select Kyra Lewis Jr., point guard out of Alabama. I think he will he's going to have a good career because he had a good freshman year and followed up by a solid sophomore season where he improved again. So I think he's the fit for the Suns. The Suns need a point guard.
Yeah.
Devin Booker. But that's why they might trade for Chris Paul. But I think the best thing actually for Kyra Lewis Jr. would be if they did get Chris Paul, and then they had him backing him up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would actually be quite good. Spurs select Isaac Okoro. This is the perfect Spurs player, I feel like. Good defense, not a big attitude or anything, really hardworking. So I think he fits the Spurs well. Kings select Devin Vassell, 3-and-D player, fits the Kings, want to shoot a lot of threes. Pelicans select Killian Hayes. I'm not sure about Killian Hayes at all, but at this point in the draft, I just thought, we're at the Pelicans. what do they need? They have Lonzo. Killian can play next to him. You got your front court set out with Jackson Hayes and Zion Williamson. So, yeah, Killian Hayes could be valuable there, but I'm not so sold on him. He could be draft plus number 2 next to Denny Avdija. Celtics select Precious Achiuwa, or however you pronounce that. They really like him, is what's being reported, which I saw. So that's why I have him there. Magic select Cole Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the point where Cole Anthony gets selected. I think the Magic could use a point guard, and if Cole Anthony is still on the board at this point, just because he had an underwhelming season at UNC, I think you got to take him.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually downgrading him too much. Trailblazers select Aaron Naismith because then they'll have a 1-2-3 punch because Aaron Naismith can actually score the ball a little bit. They'll have, and he's a small forward, so they'll have Lillard, McCollum, Naismith, Melo, what's his face? The center, too. Timberwolves select Jalen Smith. This guy always gives me nightmares when, like, teams play him. So he was actually quite good. So he's a power forward that defends really well, rebounds really well, and can shoot the ball a little bit. Mavericks select Tyrese Maxey. So the ball is going to be in Luka Doncic's hands. But Tyrese Maxey, he's not that much of a shooter, but he can finish inside, and he plays good defense. So I think he'll be a good fit there. Nets select Jaden McDaniels. The Nets, I don't really know what they need, so they kind of just go for a flashy pick here, someone who can maybe contribute a little bit off the bench. But really, they have their team set. The Heat, same thing. I selected more backcourt here because they might lose Goran Dragic, so give them Josh Green. And then I only did up to the Sixers, who will select RJ Hampton, who fell a lot after his time in Australia. But the thing is, I only did up to 21 because I'm Sixers. No, well, we're in Philadelphia, so I wanted to get up to the Sixers. And at this point, it really just became randoms. I don't even know the kids.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So next mock draft is our good friend Austin, who should be on a podcast later in the future. So first thing, he went with Anthony Edwards. And then he did James Wiseman for Golden State. Then he also did basically the same thing with
to start to the first 4 picks, and then he gives Cleveland Obi Toppin, where I flip Cleveland and Atlanta. But I just think that would be such a Cleveland move to draft an overseas player.
Yeah. And then they picked up Tyrese Halliburton
for
Halliburton.
For the Detroit Pistons. I had them taking the kid out of Florida State.
Yeah. Yeah, and then New York taking an overseas player, which I also agree with.
I wouldn't be surprised if they take that player. I just don't think that's the right pick.
Yeah, it's not the right pick. They took Killian Hayes, and then Washington took Patrick Williams, which is a good pick. Is he a small forward or power forward?
Small forward.
Small forward. So that's something they need. And then
RJ Hampton going really, really high.
He took RJ Hampton really early. If they do trade for Chris Paul, that'll help RJ Hampton development really good. And then we got San Antonio with Tyrese Maxey.
He does fit there too, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then we got New Orleans, Sacramento with Patrick Williams. Wait, they have Patrick Williams twice?
Yeah, I made that mistake too at some point, but
yeah. Okay, we skipped that. New Orleans with Precious. I was gonna say Precious. And then he has Boston with Saddiq Bey out of Villanova.
Yeah, I think if Boston doesn't get the guy that they want, Precious Achiuwa, and I had Saddiq Bey going earlier, then the Boston could definitely pick Saddiq Bey at that point.
Then he has Portland taking Aaron. Oh, he has Orlando's taking this guy from overseas that people have them. Most people have them taken like later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Aaron Naismith, we agree.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a perfect fit in Portland, I think.
Mhm.
He's a good shooter like that, too.
Yeah. Minnesota's going to take Jay McDaniels to help their front court up. They need a front court. Josh Green's going to get taken by Dallas. Helps, like, maybe have a backup shooting guard for Luka Doncic, I guess. And then we have Brooklyn with Devin Vassell, Miami with Tyler Bay, Philadelphia with Terrell Terry, Denver with Cole Anthony, Utah with he has Cole Anthony getting taken by Denver. Utah getting taking Nico Mannion. Milwaukee's taking Isaiah Stewart. As a Thunder fan, I'm not sure about this pick, Theo Maledon. And then we got Boston taking Jalen Smith. New York's taking Zeke. I was trying to pronounce that last name. Los Angeles taking Trey Jones over Casey Stanley. I'm not sure about that.
There's so many good players, I think, at the end of this draft. Like Trey Jones, Cassius Stanley, Nico Mannion. Like, these guys were all top recruits going into college.
Yeah.
So.
And then we got Boston. Yeah. And then we got Boston taking Elijah Hedges. Okay. Now, the best mock draft, okay? So, I also agree with all you guys taking Anthony Edwards with the first pick. But I feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves is going to follow the hype and take LaMelo Ball.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're going to try to do a duo with LaMelo and D'Angelo. And LaMelo Ball, he's probably the best playmaker out of the whole entire draft. 6'7". He's a better playmaker than his brother, hopefully he's a better shooter. He can shoot better. He can actually shoot threes consistently, unlike his brother. And yeah,
let me say it this way: Anthony Edwards has a higher floor than LaMelo. LaMelo has some bust potential because you haven't seen him play at even a college level.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards, you know more what you're going to get, but maybe the ceiling for LaMelo could be higher because he is like a 6'9" point guard who can shoot a little bit and not a little bit. He can shoot the lights out if he wants to, but
like I'm not saying that Anthony Edwards is not the best player. I just feel like the Timberwolves are just not going to pick the best player with this pick, and they're going to pick LaMelo Ball and follow the hype. And a lot of people think LaMelo is the best player in this draft. No, it's not LaMelo. LaMelo's like the third, probably might be the third best player in the draft. James Wiseman's definitely better than him, but I think even James Wiseman said himself he doesn't want to play for the Timberwolves because doesn't want to be the backup of Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, why would he even say that? Because the Timberwolves aren't taking him. I can guarantee you that.
And then people think about it might be a little questionable with defense with D'Angelo Russell and LaMelo as their front court. But I heard that LaMelo is actually a pretty good defender with his size too, because since he's 6'7".
It's when he wants to.
Yeah, it's when he wants to. So yeah. Then with the next pick, I have them taking the Warriors taking James Wiseman. Came from
has to happen. This has to happen. I want to see that team so bad. I want to beat people on 2K with that team.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he's a little bit like Steven Adams, but with shooting. So you get rebounding out of that, you get defense, and he can play perimeter defense.
He's got a little bit of a handle too.
Mm-hmm.
He's super athletic too. I think Steven Adams is not the right comparison.
Well, this is the comparison I'm looking at right now from ESPN. But I'm not liking this comparison. But I'll give it a DeAndre Ayton comparison. Or
shoots better than DeAndre Ayton. He's got better. He's got a little bit of a handle better than DeAndre Ayton.
And then his potential can be Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid would be the comparison for me.
Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid. Now that's a better comparison than Steven Adams. But the Warriors just need one more piece, and that one more piece is a center where they have. And I actually like this comparison. Or they might use the second pick, patch it with Andrew Wiggins, and try to trade for a third star. But I think they should not do that. Andrew Wiggins was doing good last year, averaging like 20 points. Was it 20 or 20?
This will be your starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond, James Wiseman.
And then you got who else? That guy from Villanova from last year.
Eric
coming off the
Paschal.
bench. Eric Pascal coming off the bench. And then you know how the Warriors somehow pull out some G Leaguers and make them to like an NBA All-Star overnight.
Yeah.
So man, like Michael Jordan, Anthony Edwards gonna be taken by Michael Jordan, the third pick, the best player in the draft. So yeah, I think Charlotte is gonna take the best player in the draft. Some people are questionable about Anthony Edwards because the way he played in college, because he played a little bit inconsistent. His team wasn't the best, but I feel
he went to Georgia. It's not really a basketball school. I think it was just like his hometown school.
Yeah, but I think Anthony Edwards will do great with Charlotte.
I think that would be a great landing spot for him. Probably better than the Timberwolves even,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't think that will be his landing spot.
Yeah, I just feel like he's going to take. I think the Timberwolves. If the Timberwolves don't take Anthony Edwards, the Hornets going to take the center from USC, like you guys all said.
Yeah,
I think Anthony Edwards is going to fall to the third pick because the Timberwolves are going to follow the hype. But Anthony Edwards is the best player in this draft. And then I think Chicago is going to take. I heard a lot of rumors that saying Chicago really wants Denji Abijah from Israel, the small forward from Israel, and that is going to be the bust of the draft. And I think they're going to take him. They're probably going to take him. Hopefully, it's going to turn out that who's that small forward that they took when Michael Jordan was on the team besides Scottie Pippen. The backup small forward.
Coach?
Huh?
Tony Kukoc?
Yeah, Conn Kukoc. I think they're probably hoping out he's going to be like a Conn Kukoc, but I think he's going to be the bust because like Kristoff, and then you got Dragon Bender, you got Luka, and then you got this guy. So, and then I got the Cavs taking Obi Toppins because it can go either way. Chicago can take Obi Toppins and the Cavs take Dingy, but I feel like if Dingy gets taken by the Chicago Bulls, I think the Cavs are going to take Obi Toppins.
Yeah, the Bulls do have some front court too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have them taking Obi Toppin because I had LaMelo Ball falling, and at that point you have to take LaMelo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have Wendell Carter Jr. and Lauri Markkanen in their front court, right? So I think I don't know if they need Obi Toppin.
Yeah. So yeah. So I have the Hawks taking Tyrese Halliburton because they need another ball handler on that team, another shot creator on that team. I think he will be the good shot creator for that team because you can't only have the ball in Trae Young's hands and have spot shooters all around the court. You gotta have someone else handle the ball too.
Yeah, they'll be able to mix it up, but Trae Young is such like an iso ball, hero ball player, so I don't know how he's going to deal with that.
Yeah, and then I got the center taking replacing Andre Jones with Kane. How do you pronounce his name?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Onyeka Okongwu, the center from USC. I feel like he's gonna fall to seventh pick. So if the Hornets don't take him with the third pick, and that's if the Timberwolves don't take LaMelo Ball with the first pick. But then I got the Knicks taking Killian Hayes, taking a point guard from France. Sounds familiar because it's the Knicks. So I heard them saying they want to take Isaiah Stewart or Obi Toppins, like other power forwards again. But it's the Knicks. Like they like power forwards and like their French players. So and then I got the Wizards taking Isaiah Okoro a little bit earlier than the Spurs do. I feel like Washington. I feel like Washington needs a small forward, so I feel like they're going to take him from Auburn. And then I have Cole Anthony getting taken a little early by the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened because out of all the point guards, if your fan base is going to want to see one of them, I think they would be most excited hearing Cole Anthony. So the Knicks could potentially reach. The Suns could reach for Cole Anthony. These are all possibilities.
Mm-hmm. And then, we got if CP3 comes through to the Knicks, you got someone else to develop Cole Anthony too.
For Cole Anthony would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Would be perfect for any point guard. I bet any point guard that spends that year under CP3 will have a pretty decent.
You saw what happened with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he looks like an NBA All-Star in the future.
Yeah.
He came from averaging 5 points a game last year to 20 points a game. Now that's an improvement right there. So then I have Spurs taking Patrick Williams, the power forward from Florida State.
Yeah, see that.
Mhm. And then I have the Kings taking the small forward from Villanova, Sadiq Bey. He is he can shoot the three, and he is good at perimeter defense. So I think that's something that the Kings need.
Yeah, I actually had the Kings taking another player for that same reason. 3 and D. That's how they want to build their team.
Yeah, and then I got the Pelicans taking Jalen Smith with the 13th pick.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad I didn't think about that. That's actually a really good pick.
Mm-hmm. I had he's a 4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a 4. So you can have a backup for.
Zion can play the 3. He can play the 4 maybe, or he can just.
Ingram.
Oh yeah. He's a restricted free agent. Yeah, he's coming back.
Or you can make Brandon Ingram a shooting guard because Brandon Ingram can play shooting guard too.
No, but do you have JJ Redick for another year? No, just bring Jalen Smith off the bench. That'll be actually good.
Okay, all right. And take Jalen Smith. He'll be a good big for them. He can also space out the floor. He can shoot the ball decently. So that's all you need: shooting and defense in this league. So then I got the Magic. I'm not the Magic. I got the Celtics taking R.J. Hampton with the 14th pick. Maybe have a backup guard for Kemba Walker because you see Kemba Walker's age. He's getting older. And then Kemba Walker can develop R.J. Hampton to be the next leading point guard for that franchise.
I could see that as well because the Celtics have all these picks even though they're a really good team. So they can afford to maybe reach on an R.J. Hampton and have him sit because they don't really need him right away.
Yeah, they need to develop him.
Yeah, these other teams need players right away.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the good fit for the Celtics. Then I got the Magic taking Tyrese Maxey from Orlando. Get like a shooting guard right next to Markelle Fultz because Markelle Fultz is the most improved player. So
yeah, but your backcourt isn't going to be able to shoot a lick because you have Markelle Fultz and you have Tyrese Maxey.
I haven't really looked at Tyrese Maxey. I just put him there.
I hadn't taken Cole Anthony at that spot.
Yeah, I got Cole Anthony taken early.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, he can't shoot. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it probably says he needs to improve on his 3-ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll switch around Tyrese Maxey and Aaron Nesmith with that with that pick.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then, so I'm switching out these 2 picks since they need shooting.
You think if the Timberwolves take LaMelo at 1, they're gonna take another guard at 17?
Because I'm not sure what they're gonna do here. I was picking players to pick players at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have Dallas. I don't know why I have Dallas taking Dallas. So yeah.
No, but it is the kid out of Serbia. I know what you meant. I forget his name, but
yeah, it's the kid out of Serbia, but he's not named Dallas Mavericks. But let's I have Portland taking Precious. He's going to fall a little bit, but I feel like I think they're going to take a small forward from Memphis, and they probably need a wing, a starting wing besides Carmelo Anthony. So yeah. And then I got the Timberwolves taking a guard, Tyrese Maxey. I feel like I don't know why I haven't taken a guard. At that point, they probably need a small forward, to be honest. And they probably should take. That's why I haven't taken Aaron Nesmith because he also can play forward.
Yeah, he actually is a forward. Actually, I don't know.
Okay, that's why I have Aaron Nesmith. So I don't know about Tyrese Maxey selection. Like
I don't know what other point guard could go in there.
I don't know. It can be a little questionable, Tyrese Maxey. Like, maybe you can have...
Scroll down. Let me see who you got in the rest of the picks.
Yeah, but then for Dallas...
Kyra Lewis Jr. would fit there well.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him on the Sixers team.
Mhm. So I have for small forward, I have that guy from Serbia. Let me try to pull up his name. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name, but the guy from Serbia, Leska Pokosuvski. I don't know.
You basically got it.
Yeah. So yeah, I got him picking that guy. Maybe another Euro player to Dallas. So maybe that can be maybe he can get some mentorship from Kristaps Porzingis, and then he can be a nice backup or a role player for them. And then
Is Luka Doncic from Serbia?
no, but Serbia is like European, right?
I know, no. I'm just wondering if like they speak the same language or have the same culture or whatever. They could be good friends that way.
Yeah. They probably know each other too, because
What is Luka?
Luka? Sure, I'm pretty sure he's from. Not sure.
Slovakian?
Yeah, he's from Slovenia. Slovenia.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
And they play with Real Madrid.
Yep.
And then I have the Brooklyn Nets taking Jaden McDaniels, a forward, that have as a backup for a role player. I'm not really sure what the Nets need, but
Yeah, that's what I said too. But
I just pick a position that they need depth in. So, and then I took Miami taking Zeke. Not trying to pronounce that last name. The forward from Arizona. He's gonna be the first Arizona player getting taken in this mock draft so far. I feel like he's gonna be really good for defense for the Heat, and I think he plays small forward, power forward. I don't know which one, but he's gonna be solid for them. And then I got the Sixers taking Kyra Lewis Jr. I feel like this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be a steal for the Sixers. They need a guard that can shoot. So like maybe when they sub out Ben Simmons, they have a guard that can actually facilitate the floor too.
yep, I like that pick a lot.
And then you got Devin Vassell, again, a guard / forward. He's going to get taken by Denver because they need some more shooters on the team. And I feel like Devin Vassell would be the perfect guy for them.
Yeah, he'd fit there well.
Yeah. And like when they have Gary Harris out, they can have Devin Vassell out there too. So
I love this next pick, Nico Mannion to the Utah Jazz.
I have Nico Mannion to the Utah Jazz because they need a point guard because Mike Conley is old. I almost forgot that he was on there until I realized he was. So Mike Conley's old. So they need a point guard to replace Mike Conley for the future. I think Nico Mannion would be the thing. And I got the Bucks taking Theo Maladian for a backup point guard. Maybe they trade Eric Bledsoe and try to get him, but probably not because they want to keep Giannis there. So yeah, I got the Bucks taking Theo Maladian. And I have the Thunder. This is my favorite person the whole time draft. I think I was talking to guests about
Arizona players getting drafted. Like they had a good team.
Mm-hmm. And then I got Josh Green from Arizona shooting guard. He's Australian. Okay, he's Australian. Okay, that's already good because Australian people make some good basketball players.
They'll work with Steven Adams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Steven Adams from New Zealand.
They can. Oh.
But Josh Green, he's an athletic shooting guard. So I feel like that would be a good fit with them. Athletic shooting guard. He doesn't show that he's good with shooting, but I feel like he can improve that.
I feel like I've talked to you about this before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I said he's the next Andre Roberson.
Yeah, this comparison says Danny Green. I'm not really sure about that. But he's really good.
He's a 3-time NBA champion, but also all the jokes about Danny Green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, I like the most about him is his perimeter defense. You can't teach defense. You can always teach offense. So like, you have Kawhi Leonard. He came out only a defensive player. Can't really shoot, and now he's a good mid-range shooter. He can shoot the 3-ball decently. So that's what I always think about Kawhi Leonard as a player who can't play offense, but he can play defense. You always can teach offense, but you can never teach defense. And I feel like if we can teach him offense, he'll be a good 3-and-D player for us. Mm-hmm. And then we got the Celtics taking a shooting guard / small forward, Robert Woodrew II. Yeah, you can tell I'm out here just picking the best player available at this point right now. So yeah, let me check what I have for him. He is oh yeah, the reason why I have him taking this guy because he has a 7-1 wingspan. He shows potential to be really good on defense. So yeah.
Sounds like a Celtics type player.
Mm-hmm. And then I got the New York Knicks taking Isaiah Stewart because he was talking about how they were really interested in this guy, the power forward center from Washington. Then I have the Lakers taking Cassius Winston,
Love this pick.
from the point guard from Michigan State. I feel like maybe they can have a good have a point guard. Hopefully he won't be a bust for them. Hopefully he'll be a good player for their second championship for their
Yeah, I don't know how much he'll get like into games and stuff because he'll still be behind Rondo and Caruso.
But I feel like since they might be resting some players out, he can go out there and prove himself out a little bit.
I think this is actually a great fit.
Mm-hmm. If they don't take Cassius Winston, they might take Trey Jones out of Duke too. But one of those two players. But I think I haven't taken the better player, Cassius Winston. And then I got the Raptors taking Vernon Carey Jr. Since they might be losing Serge Ibaka and I think Marc Gasol has like 1 year left. I have them taking a big man, Vernon Carey Jr. And then I have the Celtics taking Aduka Azukba center because the Celtics need a center.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I feel like, and I remember watching him like a couple years back. He had some injury problems too because he was like injured for 2 years. But I feel like this is the best center available at this spot, and I have them taking this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like my mock draft is the best. I have some. The only problem with my mock draft is Tyrese Maxey, but we all know what the Magic's going to do.
I think my mock draft turned out pretty good. I mean, from like the logic, I really like how it went together. But I guess we'll have to see on draft day.
Yeah. And usually my mock drafts are always the most accurate mock drafts out here. I even predicted about Luka Doncic to end the Trae Young thing. So, yeah. I'm just built different like that. But that's pretty much what we have for today's podcast. You got any betting takes for everybody else?
No, not really. But we have the finishing round of the Masters today. Dustin Johnson goes in with like a 4-stroke lead. So I've been watching that all weekend. Actually, no, I'll give you 4 NFL games right now. 4 NFL games. Mm-hmm. 4 underdogs. Listen to me closely. Mm-hmm. The Chargers to beat the Cardinals, right? That's who they play, right? Mm-hmm. No, they play the Dolphins. Chargers play the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Bills to beat the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. Seahawks to beat the Rams. Mm-hmm. Bears to beat the Vikings on Monday Night Football. That's 4 underdogs. So I just made you a lot of money if you listen to me.
Okay. And I'm sorry in advance if you make you guys lose a lot of money. So I think that's all we have today. Like always, like and subscribe on YouTube. Turn those notifications so you'll be notified when our video gets uploaded. Comment down below about any takes you have. You have something you don't like our takes, but if you're on Spotify, follow us. If you're on Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars and subscribe. Anchor, you can follow us there and give us a little voice message so you can react to the next podcast. If you guys have any ideas, you can always tell us. And I'm pretty sure that's it. You guys got anything else?
No.
Okay, and then next week I might be in a good mood. I might be in a bad mood because Oklahoma State plays Oklahoma, and that's a rivalry game right there. So hopefully Oklahoma State can pull off the win next Saturday. So I'll see you guys later, and hopefully I can get this podcast uploaded by today on Sunday. So see you guys later.
Yeah.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, 2-turn baby.